We are here at Versailles on October 8th, 1714. Peter the Great has traveled all the way from Russia to debate King Louis XIV. Introducing Peter the Great and King Louis XIV. How will each of you centralize the power of the states?
My answer is Versailles. Versailles is a hub where I live, where the government meets, and where I occupy the nobles with court life. I shower my nobles and princes with foods, women, and parties. I keep the nobles happy, and they stay out of politics.
To centralize government while I was away, I created the Senate. Additionally, I divided Russia into 50 provinces.
How do each of you plan on dividing government positions and policy making?
I rule by the right of God. All my ministers serve and obey me. Through this strategy, I will have full control over foreign policy, war, and taxes. I am closely involved in editing and signing important orders, and I choose ministers based on merit rather than their social status or wealth. Whatever few things I put them in charge of are handled well and strategically.
I'm sick when I look at thee. That's not true. Louis failed to control internal administration. Many estates were too powerful for Louis to control. I established 13 boards kept in check by the general regulation. There are strict rules which control each branch of government. Unlike Louis, my judgment is not clouded by this idea of divine right. I understand the need and benefits of dividing legislator.
What determines how, which, and for whom goods and services are produced?
Rather than importing goods from other countries, we shall make our own high-quality goods. I will be raising taxes in order for the improvement of this economy. The luxury goods service will reshape the country's economic standing.
The amount of exported goods will overcome the amount of imported goods from abroad. This industrial growth will in fact enhance the economy. High taxes will be added to stamps, rents, marriage licenses, and many other goods. State monopolies will be made on things like glue, salt, tobacco, vodka, chalk, and tar.
How do you plan on keeping a uniform and standing military and gaining military power?
I have made a professional army with 100,000 men in peacetime and 400,000 men in war. To gain military power, I befitted the Sun King to ensure domination of the Bourbon dynasty, and I've also waged 4 wars. This helped France because it changed the military system in France forever. I incorporated the inclusion of government officials. Also, France gained lots of military power through this process.
Oh, I was seeking a fool when I found you, Louis. Louis greatly led to the decline of the country's financial power from all the wars he conducted. My plan was so much more organized, unlike Louis's plan, which led to failure for France. My plan actually allowed Russia to prosper militarily, economically, and politically. Creating a strong military has always been my number one priority for my country, unlike Louis XIV, who only wanted glory from the military. My plan started off by making Russia a military powerhouse. Then I increased my standing army to about 210,000 men and started a 25-year draft. Also, I founded the first Russian Navy. This greatly helped Russia as it influenced the idea of the Navy, which was a great plan to win and gain military power, and it created a strong uniform military.
What is your primary objective when waging war?
The nobles have nothing against me. I am the Sun King. I show my might by winning wars abroad. Waging wars against foreign countries hands me the support from the people of France. My crave for royal power, as well as the military glory, drives me to wage these wars. The Bourbon dynasty shall rule Europe for generations to come.
Wow, Louis, glory is your only motive. Your own wars are harming France rather than aiding. You've managed to impoverish your own country due to expensive wars. I, on the other hand, plan to open a port accessible to Europe. Unfortunately, the Baltic coast is controlled by Sweden, but it won't stop me. I plan to wage war with Sweden. Russia shall become a great state as well as a maritime power.
This is the final question. You both have changed the religious systems in your respective states to bring about further unity. In your opinion, have you been successful, and what can you say to those who encourage religious tolerance?
I have brought about great unity for France. Very great. Allowed for a lot of cultural development that other states adopted because it was so good. I have succeeded here more than Leopold I. He was a Holy Roman Emperor, and I succeeded more than him because I got rid of Protestantism in France. Yes, I eliminated the Edict of Nantes, because I am Catholic and I am the king. We need to have one religion as a country to be unified, and I was made king by divine right, by God, and now the religion of France has to be Catholicism, so we can be unified.
Actually, Louis, you're wrong. You were not as successful as you say. In Russia, I was able to abolish the Moscow Patriarch in favor of the Russian Orthodox Church. This was very good for Russia. This helped Russia, and it allowed for the state to have much more control over the church, which is very important. The thing is, in France, the economy is beginning to decay because of you, Louis, because you persecuted Protestants and lost all of these great workers. All of those craftsmen, sailors, soldiers, they left and France is worse off because of it. Your people won't stand by you when you lower their standard of living because you simply got rid of Protestants.